My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, specifically the Darkest Rhapsody estate thereof. I've already chosen my party, and as you can see, I'm also kind of gunning for the Darkest Dungeon as it looks like right now. So I'm trying to think out loud about how I would deal with the Shuffling Horror. And primarily, I'm thinking, well, we have kind of like lenient abilities here. So if Godard's in any of the front two, they can use Smite or they can use Stunning Blow. But if they aren't, they can use Holy Lance to get back to the front two. They're covered in all positions. They have Cenomania, not going to be relevant here. They have Risk Taker, which means they're a little bit more damage dealing than they are healthy, which could be a little bit of a problem. Thankfully, they're irrepressible because, you know, stress is a thing in this dungeon. But they've also got Eldritch Slayer for the +5 accuracy versus Eldritch, as well as +5% crit versus Eldritch. Speaking of Eldritch Slayer and Eldritch Hater as well, Penel has both. Is Calm, which is a little bit of a problem. I'd love that not to be there, but damage isn't really their big thing. They bleed things, right? That's primarily their thing. They've also got the Natural Swing as well as Beast Slayer. Then we've got Terrell. Now, so Penel has a movement ability from pretty much every position except for first, but I only ever want to get them to second. So if they get moved backwards, they have Dirk Stab to move themselves forwards. Other than that, they're kind of covered however they are. I'll have to change to Dirk Stab just before the final battle. Now, with two people that can move themselves forwards, I've got Terrell, who's fine to be in the second row or the third row, because they can use Flashbang as their stun. Finish him and collect bounty both can be used from the third row. So I have the ability to move Evelyn back just by moving Godard and Penel in front of her. If she's in the third row, that's fine, as long as Terrell's in the... Actually, no, if she's in the third row, that presents a problem, right? I can have Terrell and the Jester swap, but I can't have Evelyn go forwards. So the only thing is, the worst case scenario is Terrell is in the back line, and then the next up is Evelyn, right? But in that scenario, I have the ability to just get Penel to move back 2 spaces at the same time. So it's still not that bad, right? We're just trying to play against the possibility of being shuffled. In fact, the guarantee of being shuffled. Now, stuns are pretty important, and with Uppercut on Terrell with 140% base stun chance versus 100... Whoa, hang on. No, it's 140 on that as well. I've got 150 on Flashbang, though. With that being how it is, I'm going to want Terrell to probably have a Stunning Trinket. Now, mapping isn't super important in this dungeon, but healing is. And the really big thing that takes you out against the Shuffling Horror is the stress that it deals you. So to give Ancestor Scroll to Evelyn is to deprive her of 5% healing skills over Junior's head, but to give her 10% extra stress resist rather than... Well, it's not 10% stress resist, but it's 10% less stress increase. And that's actually pretty important. Now, Ethereal Crucifix should be considered for this area because almost every enemy here is Eldritch, if not Eldritch and something else. And also the really bad things that can happen to your characters here are bleeds. If they get bled, that's really, really garbage for your character. So, now that we've got all of that laid out, what does it actually translate to in terms of our abilities, right? You should be holding the Talon. You definitely need a dice because you need to be guaranteeing your bleeds. I think you probably want the Focus Ring as well, just for the increased crit. I mean, you've got 5% increased crit versus Eldritch, as well as 8% base, as well as 5 extra crit from the Focus Ring, and then also add plus 12% whenever you slice off. So you're 25% chance to crit. That's pretty big. Sorry, with the 5% from Eldritch Slayer as well, you're 30% chance to crit. That's pretty damn big. I kind of want to give you a Stunning Trinket, but I also just want you to have high damage, because it's one of the things worth noting about this party is because we're not running a Hellion, which is what my normal would be. I would be running a Hellion in the front line here instead. Because we're not running a Hellion, we don't have much ability to reach the back line for damage, right? We can reach the third line fine, right? We can get it with Terrell's Finish Him. We can get it with Penel's Slice Off. We can get it with Evelyn's Dazzling Light. But the only ability we have that can hit the back line currently is Judgment, Dirk Stab, if I'm... no, Dirk Stab can't even hit the back line. Okay, never mind. And the Holy Lance, if I'm outside of the front position, right? So I might want to consider on Terrell for some of the hallway fights, taking off Flashbang and putting on Come Hither. Yeah, being able to move a couple occasional targets is going to be pretty good. We don't have anyone that can take advantage of that mark at the moment, but it's okay. We just want the ability to pull him out of position, deal a little bit of damage while doing it, but then we can kind of start getting crazy as well. We could also use Flashbang for the same effect, actually. And that stuns. Alright, never mind. We'll just go back to the previous build. I really want you to have the extra stun chance. But it's only 10%. That's the thing. It's so small, the stunning chance that I can actually provide. Because we haven't got any good stun trinkets yet. We don't need the trap disarm or scouting chance. Extra speed's really good. You've got fast healer, healer's gift. You have move resist. That's actually handy as well. Okay. Well, Godard is quite slow, despite the fact that they've got natural to speed them up at the moment. As soon as I start adding trinkets onto them, they're going to lose that. So I'll add Ancestor's Candle on you to give you speed, and then the Focus Ring as well. Yeah, you know what? I really think Terrell should just be damage. So it's either Ethereal Crucifix or Dismiss his head. This gives plus 20% stress. This gives plus 10% more max HP resist lost, but it gives the bleed resist. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I lose 9 points of HP. That's a lot. Okay. And then in the back line, you'll have the Ancestor's Scroll, as well as probably just like, yeah, resists. So I think Cleansing Crystal, she doesn't do blights, bleeds, or debuffs. So to give her Cleansing Crystal, I mean, I could also just give her Junior's Head as well, right? And then she would have a ridiculous amount of healing up. But the thing is, if she gets hit and goes down to Death's Door and has like a bleed, blight, or a debuff on her, like I think not having to ever worry about her HP and just worrying about everyone else's, because she's so far in the back that she doesn't get prioritized as a hit, but also isn't going to get bled or debuffed, I think is pretty important. So I'll give you the Cleansing Crystal. Let's have a look at any of them needing an upgrade. No, Godard's fine how they are. That's going to be what they're running through the entire dungeon. Terrell's fine how they are. That's what they're going to be running through the entire dungeon. Penel needs a Dirk Stab upgrade. And Evelyn's fine how they are. Evelyn, thankfully, even in the worst positioning possible, position 2, because someone should be acting before her to move ahead of her, if she is in position 1. Has Divine Comfort, at least. The problem is if she's in position 1, she has no movement. Cool. Now, there are a couple people that we do need to lock away for treatment. Belair needs to get rid of Tapeworm. And Derval needs to get rid of the runs. Now needs to get rid of the fits. And yeah, other than that, I just need to stress heal Belair at the moment. I don't think, because I have the bank and I'm not going to be gaining that much money anytime soon, because I intend on doing the Darkest Dungeon missions now, I don't believe that I have the ability to kind of lock people in, to lock in and out positive and negative quirks. Also, I've already done a lot of that, so most of them should be reasonably well equipped. Darkest Dungeon. If it's abandoned, not all heroes are guaranteed to survive. Someone must sacrifice themselves to hold off the fiends during the retreat. Yep. Now, I have, bad scouting. It's fine. I don't remember the entire dungeon off by heart, but I know it's procedural. I actually have no cost to purchase any of these because we did bumper crops recently, so I'll sell the things that I know that I definitely don't need more of. Stacking a lot of bandage and anti-venom could be totally useful. Alright, well, look. Holy Water, having a lot of Holy Water for the final fight is going to be really good. Gives me a lot of bleed resistance. I actually think maybe a stack of Laudanum might be important as well. At the end of the dungeon, I get to sell everything back, so may as well take things. I'm pretty sure there's no loot in this dungeon either. Nighttime ambush prevention. And this is how we do it. Plan takedowns. Then we need 2 outside of that. Probably a pep talk. All right, that's not bad. I think we're ready. Let's go.
Once again, the stars are right. And the manor sits at the very epicenter of cosmic unrest. Cultists rally to their twisted idols, and great gongs sound in anticipation of the coming sacrifices. Far below, life-laden shadows pulse to the unrelenting rhythm of a beating heart.
Now, the thing that used to make this super easy...
The blood of the fallen flows ever downward along these titan spires. The creature fattens itself on your failures.
Yeah. The thing that used to make this super easy is basically every single time that you have the Rapturous Cultists as enemies, you basically just get to full heal and full stress heal your party. We'll be taking advantage of that, obviously. Okay. Go for the party heal for the possibility of critting on anyone. Oh no, they're guarding one another. What am I going to do? This is also actually going to pump my torch a lot. Flesh to flesh. Now, there are 2 enemies on the field, so I actually could now still be called out for stalling, interestingly. Sure, let's stun that one. Perfect. We just need to finish up with the jesters, healing.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
At this point, Terrell should probably be attacking. Ooh, nice crit. Not that it does anything, but nice crit. 8 is literally what Godard does, so we're fine. That's it. Now it's just attack time. Haven't been called out for stalling yet, so... Nice opening.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Get him! Got him.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
No quarters whatsoever. You can't even go to the arcade. I'm gonna give everyone the speed and accuracy buff right now.
Quickens.
73. Resist is their chance, by the way. Woo! Crits! Nice stuff. Yeah. Eldritch and Beast. I think I have it. Yeah, Eldritch Slayer, Beast Slayer. Whew. I'm amazed we didn't crit. Speaking of crit, damn it. It's a 39% chance to do so.
Destroy them all.
So I don't remember which of these fights is going to be the fight. But we should probably be okay regardless. So these are the Ascended Brawlers. They are human. For the moment.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
If I was okay with just loading in damage, I could have done a really huge one to the Ascended Brawler there. Damn it! Actually, that action doesn't do anything, right? Ah, Pinel, you do need to change back to have Harvest. That's right. Yeah, Pinel needs access to Harvest until the final combat. Good crit, though.
Their formation
Down.
is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Stun chance here is like 18%. Yeah, I'll roll for the damage. There's a possibility the Crusader, yeah, kills. Hey, and they do. Nice.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
One of these ways is easier and one of these ways is harder. Again, I can't remember which is easier and which is harder, and I'm not just going to look up the map, so. At least not for this one. That's really shitty. I mean, bad. Huh. Now you can look at their attack animations. Looks a wee bit different, doesn't it? Cool. Managed to stun that one pretty far out of position. Damn. We're gonna need a fast Vestal, fast Jester next round. Good stun though. Come on, Jester. Damn it. Fine. Damn it! Didn't even hit the stun. Oh! No. Good dodge. Good dodge!
Devastating blow.
Didn't even stun though. Damn. Thanks, Paul. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Good. Yeah, Pinella's super slow right now. It's unfortunate. Woo! 18 damage as well as a crit. Sorry, 18 damage as well as a stun, rather.
A singular strike.
Ascended Brawler has literally 2 turns of HP left. And also doesn't even have the ability to get back into a reasonable hitting position yet. Nice. So they're going to have to Stumbling Scratch to get forwards. Ah, they did 5 whole damage to me. I'll kill the Witch, because the Witch is way faster than the Brawlers. Brawlers are 7, but we have like 3 people faster than 7 right now.
This is how a life is taken.
Would have liked to get a little bit of healing before we left there, but it's okay.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Hey, there's nothing there. Cool. The more I think about it, the more I realize I don't know exactly which combat is going to be the Shambler. And I have done these missions like 4 or 5 times before, so I need to make sure that that's not going to be the Shambler at the end of there, because if it is, I have to change my Dirk Stab, and that's going to be a bit of an issue. I think the map is much larger than this. It is. It's twice as large. Cool. Said he wasn't going to look up the map. Looked up the map. If it was like a first-time discovery thing, I wouldn't look it up. But like you can see in my Crimson Court series that I didn't look up any of the maps for the Crimson Court. But right now, it's just, can you remember? It's not really like a challenge.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
They have really high bleed resist. 170. I think I'm probably best served by buffing the party. Getting that crit up.
Impressive.
If I can stun this cult, nice, before it gets an action. Nice. It's pretty good. No crits though. Trying to get one of the cultist priests down before they ever get an action. Resistance bleed. Exactly. I assumed it would. Did want to try it, though. It's the party heal. I could have rolled the possible stun on the front liner there. Would have been like a 70% chance-ish. Oh, that's the worst case scenario. The bleed is huge. 6x3. Have you take advantage there.
A decisive.
Crits the back line. Does bleed as well. Nice. Definitely not something guaranteed to happen. And we'll go for a single target heal there, just because it feels necessary. Hopefully we get, nice! Crusader first.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I'd like to get some stress healing done as well. 15, 12, 9. My stun chance on you is complete garbage, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Basically, I'm just hoping they don't use the finger, and if they do, they don't crit. Death Lash.
A dizzying
Well,
blow to body and brain.
I guess I didn't specify whether or not they could crit if they use Death Lash, so fair enough. Oh, gosh. Hey, resisted the bleed that time, at least. Unfortunately, it did stack stress.
Masterfully executed.
I'm trying to finish this fight off with, you know, a little less stress. Okay, so we get this as a free round, basically. It's fine, you can move. I'll heal you up as well as fully stress heal you there. Single heal on the Jester. Now we literally only need someone to act faster than the Cultist Priest next round and kill them.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Cool. Let me go to the north. Hey! Free hallway. The end's not so free, though. It's pretty important that we kill that Ascender's Wedge as soon as possible. Nice.
A powerful blow.
Face reveal on the front line for 2, as well as Mark, as well as a lot of stress. I'm going to pump the torch to give ourselves more stress resist, or rather to not have as much not resist. That's not extremely clear. Face reveal again on the same target. Unfortunately, the fact that we don't dodge with this target is really rough. We've actually got plus 20% damage on you for the entire quest, I think. No clue why. Dodged. Hey! Nice. Come on, quick Jester. They have 9 speed, and so does our Jester. Our Jester should occasionally be acting before them. Don't you dare get out of position. What? Ugh. Lame. So we just lose the Jester for that round. Let's kill the priest before he gets an action. Not bad.
In Radiance,
actually, it would have only not been bad if it hit the stun. Unfortunately, it did not hit the stun there. Now I need the Jester to go fast. Oh, Jester, don't move. Now I don't even need... If you go next, I'm going to be so mad. Okay, never mind. Ah! I can't hit anything. Well, now she's going to bleed out. At least she got dodged. Oh, crits though. I'm gonna chunk damage into this Ascended Brawler just because. Ooh. Alright, Ascended Brawl is now dead. Fate's Reveal on the front line. It's just a lot more stress. Alright, we need to try and get that stress as managed as we possibly can here. So, I foresee a lot of kind of just passing in the future. Dodged.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Let's push. Cool. That they also have move resist, so that wasn't really going to connect anyway. Oh, can't stun him for the life of me. Stun. My stunning class can't stun them, but apparently. And now the Jester is going first every single round. Don't you think I don't see? Damn it. I actually didn't really want to crit there.
This expedition at least promises success.
That's okay though, because our Nighttime Amber Prevention comes out of a skill that also gives the Crusader -25 to their stress. Now, if I go to the center of the map, I could fight for a chest. I think the chest has an ancestral trinket in it. If it has the stick, I really want it. All right, I'm going for it. This is probably a little bit greedy. I could easily be punished for this. It's pretty important we kill the Cultist Priest and the Brawler really, really quickly. Woo! Managed to hit the bleed on both of them. Nice. And we get the Brawler. Yeah! Out of position. Good, good, good. Stun this. Stun this. Damn it. Flesh Wall. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, because now we're just going to get a bunch of guards going out and a bunch of healing going out as well. It's exactly what I was worried about, and now it's happening. Yeah, if it's protected while it just keeps critting my party like that, that's like, that's game over right there.
Obliterated.
We'll just casually remove one of them from the field. The other one immediately guards. Thankfully, this is a stumbling scratch because we moved you to the back line. That's why we have the knockback.
A momentary abatement.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. We should be taking the stress healing options here.
A time to perform beyond.
I can't hit the Cultist Priest now anyway. Death Flash, don't crit. Woo! Didn't crit this time. Nice. Did hit its debuff though for the first time in ages. Some lower bleed resist. Okay. Flash for the heal. It crit to heal for 9. All right, I think it healed for 9 by base before.
War can be healed, but never hidden.
This now gives me the ability to stun the Cultist Priest with Terrell. Should Terrell get their action next?
A brilliant confluence
Good.
of skill and purpose.
And hits the stun. Perfect. All right, we need more stress reduction before this ends, but we're pretty close to being able to close out this fight happily. I was extremely unlikely to stun, but... Please hit the stun. Nice! Oh, that buys us 2 free rounds.
The light, the promise of safety.
All right, Crusader's no longer super stressed out. I should have been targeting the Jester the entire time, damn it.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Not too dissimilar from the previous combat. Yikes. Eee. Do need to get the Ascended Brawler out of here. Just move them out of position. I'd love to stress heal myself, but pretty sure that especially right now, the bleed is going to be way bigger. Yeah, no action for you. If I get the stun on the Cultist Priest in time, I'm going to be really pleased about this round. Stun. Damn. Didn't manage to bleed. That's pretty big. Damn it. Yeah, since that moved, I've now got the Ascended Brawler into position where they can attack me again. That's really bad. No! Oh, if the Cultist Brawler, the Ascended Brawler goes next, they actually get to attack. We're gonna kill the Rapturous Cultist with that action. Now dies to its bleed. No! No, 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 don't hit. That's really bad. All right, yeah, you've got way too much bleed on you. You're also going to take way too much stress, so I'm actually going to remove that debuff from you right now as well.
Slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Yeah. Cultist Priest is dead now. Okay.
Weakened.
It's time to stress heal yourself, bud. As much as I want to start getting that Ascended Witch down, it's time to start stress healing yourself. That stress heal on yourself actually made you more resilient to the next stress as well. So that was really good. Yeah, gonna need a lot of party heals here. It's a big crit. Right. Let's keep controlling that stress. Party heals are lovely as well. We're rolling the lowest number on the party heal consistently, though. Not pleased about that. The lowest number we can do with the party heal is 5. We can do up to 8, I believe, at the moment. Really hoping I would get one of, like, Pernell's action first. You've got 7 speed, Terrell's got 9 speed. The fact that you keep acting on top of my characters that are way faster than you is not great. Wow, we are rolling the lowest every single time there. That's really rough. Cool. Stop with the low party heals. What is it? Gosh.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
I couldn't have attacked the Ascended Witch there if I wanted to. Nice. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. This is an ancestral trinket, right?
Triumphant pride precipitates.
We did get it! I said stick, but I meant pen. It's plus 8% crit on melee skills, plus 10% damage on melee skills. That's wild. Pretty sure there's no use for shovels in this area. And we'll throw away our extra bandages and anti-venom so we can take the money. pretty sure that this isn't the Shambling Horror. If it is, then I feel real bad about that. Malignant Growth. It's a little bit annoying, but if we can hit this stun on the Ascended Witch, it's going to be much happier about that. Stun the Cultist Priest to the backline, please. Or just don't do either of those. Yikes. If you only roll stuns and those stuns don't actually have their effect, then life gets real rough. I would love to attack, but I can't. Dodge? What is it? You can't dodge? Nice crit. Nice stun. Finally shown how it's done. Well, at least that happened in the order that it did. Maul the flesh. You crit me for 23. Oh, you can stun the Malignant Growth? Wild. 10 to 20 does 19 on the damage table. That's pretty good. Good dodge. Flesh for the heal. That's exactly what I didn't want to see. Oh, I should have bandaged there. God. Damn it. Crits on the only person that was on that didn't need it. I hate that. Good. Malignant Growth down. Good crits. Saves 6 HP still. Now I'm actually going to attack for a little while because if we can stop the Ascended Witch from being on the field, we need to do less healing. Stress healing, that is. Stress heals, that is. Well, look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Your money for nothing and your chicks for free. Nice. Also nice. Not doing the finger. I mean, come on. That's...
Nerves and panic.
Confusion, nerves, and panic? Who's that? I'm not panicking. You can tell by my tone of voice. See how threatened I sound? Huh? Huh?
Sedated.
Good stun. I mean, good crit, but also it's stunned. It's not guaranteed to stun to stun if it crits. We've seen before that it doesn't. Always. But it does seem to have a much higher chance. I'm not familiar with the mechanic, if that's, like, specific in any way.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Yeah, you should probably go for yourself. I have a feeling you're about to get hit with the finger. Death Flash on the front line. Well... Damn it, didn't want to crit. Again. Ah. It's fine.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yep, this is time to rest.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
So I was thinking plan takedown, because that's a bunch of extra damage against the Shuffler. Because the Shuffling Horror, Shambler, because it's size 2. And then this is how we do it. So we're going to have a ridiculous amount of accuracy and crit and damage on Terrell. Terrell also might consider, because of the ridiculous amount of accuracy they actually get, Terrell might consider swapping in the Ancestor's Pen for the Hunter's Talon here. It's 2% more crit, 10% more damage, but little accuracy down. But the thing is, with planned takedown, I mean, you are a beast hater. That's not going to be relevant. But planned takedown is plus 15 accuracy, plus 10 accuracy from this is how we do it. Yeah. Then we've got the nighttime ambush prevention of Zealous Vigil. And then literally all we have is the ability to pep talk. The person who has the least resilience to stress is probably the healer, just because the healer's not going to crit that often. And when they crit, they're not going to crit on themselves. But also, it's super important that they don't stress out, so we'll give it to them regardless. All right. Now, before we go into the final room, we need to swap the Jester, that is to say Penel, to have Dirk Stab. Okay. This fight's actually not that bad. Hopefully we get the stuns. Nice. What? Nice! And then the... Oh, no. Jester. Next. Jester, please. You can bleed them both. It's going to be so good. It's going to be biblical. Jester. Yeah. If we could have done that before either of them acted, that would have been really good. I hate that their dodge is such that in extremely high light, with a focus ring, we're still not guaranteed to hit. I don't like that. Not a fan of that. I hate that both of them, that is to say, both of the cultists, witches, the ascended witches. I've got to remember, they're not cultists anymore. But yeah, I hate that both of those acted before the Jester. Again! Didn't bleed the backline, unfortunately, no. Good crit as well. And hit the bleed this time. Nice. Don't you dare crit. Stun? Okay, the Cultist Priest is now stunned until they're dead. The problem is I actually do have to take an aggressive action against the Ascended Witch. I'm planning not to take that with a standard character though. Yeah, nice. If Evelyn can take that, then Evelyn's actually way better off. Not only is it a little bit of stress heal on herself, but she now has the ability to utilize all of her remaining actions really, really effectively. In terms of group healing. Yeah, you're already dead next round. Like, that's so good. The high DOT damage and the stun. Body heal. Yeah, I need a little bit more HP. There's no reason to do it early. So, sure. Get that stress off of you. Just in case the Cultist Priest act next. They do.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
And do I want to come here though? I don't think so. Everyone has the right equipment and stuff. Good. Everyone drink a holy water before we go in. To increase your resistances by 33% to literally everything except for stun. I mean, I could pre-shuffle my party a little bit as well, because I think you get shuffled as you go in, but I'm not certain you get shuffled as you go in, so I'm not going to pre-shuffle my party just in case. So you don't get pre-shuffled. Good thing I didn't shuffle. Roll that against the Cultist Priest in the back line. This is going to be difficult to damage them. I'm going to try and stun him out of position. Hey! Got him! We should probably be battle balloting almost every turn here. Bleeding the Shuffling Horror is great if you can get it, but can't always. Wow, they all dodged and they still got moved. That sucks. Lacerate. Crits. Thankfully, oh, you still bled someone. That sucks. Hey, nice. We got the Cultist Retail. I'm assuming we get to keep them down, right? The Vestal's just going to use their action to move themselves, I think. We do need to start rolling in damage against this. Echoing Disassembly. A lot of stress. Not a shuffle, but it did summon something, unfortunately. Defensive growth. No undulations. Does hit all of us. It completely inverts our party. Great. Nice crit. Nice crit. Nice crit. I did kind of need the party heal there. Nice crit. All right. That's a hell of a lot of damage against the Shuffling Horror in a single round for something that has 33% protection. Not too pleased about the fact that they bled us again. Looks like everything needs more holy water, though. Congratulations. Yeah, that's totally fine, actually. As far as party position goes, that's like actually kind of like a gold standard. As it currently is. Unfortunately, it is protected currently, so... Bolster. Don't heal it. Gave it a buff of 10 accuracy and 10 crit. Crit's really bad to have on that.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of
Don't
battle.
you dare crit him. Stop bleeding them! Damn it. We've been critting the ever-loving hell out of that defensive growth. Congratulations again. This is probably one of the worst party shuffles we've had so far. Oh, we did actually stun the defensive growth though. Nice. Unfortunately, we don't get to get a heal on Penel. Disassembly. You crit Penel. Wow.
In a single strike.
Light actually just went supremely down also. I'm gonna pump that light back up, start giving holy water back out to people. I do really need to be rolling for damage against this Shuffling Horror. I mean, if I don't, it'll just eventually win. I'm gonna give everyone the buffs again. Supremely unfortunately, the Vestal is again in the front line, so they don't have the ability to party heal or heal at all.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
At least that crit didn't bleed. That would have been a really bad bleed. Damn it, that bled though. If Godard goes before the healer... Actually, you know what? This has a possibility of killing Godard. Death's Door. The healer is in the front line again! I literally have to just move them so that they move back so that I can do a party heal. I hate that so much.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Actually gonna have you do that to get yourself off of Death's Door.
Grievous injury.
Can't dodge it? Can't dodge it, eh?
Fear.
The fact that the healer kept getting moved into the worst positioning for the healer is just god-awful. Like, if we lose the Jester, we probably need to leave the mission. Stop putting the Vestal there! I literally can't do anything useful this round with Terrell because they can't stun that action. And the Vestal keeps acting way too quickly. Like, I've just spent the last 2 rounds trying to keep myself alive. Not even deal any damage, just stay alive. You need to stop moving the Jester to there. The Vestal, rather, sorry.
On the brink, facing the abyss.
It's literally the only thing I can't deal with, and you can't do it all of the time. It's not going to stun. It's 2% chance to. That should have been a bleed removal, actually. Good crit. We're really close to killing this Shuffling Horror right now. Party heal. It's really good party heal as well.
Sedated.
Don't crit. Thankfully, it crit the wrong target. Damn it. Now the Crusader's gonna have... Oh, gosh.
Terrible vistas of emptiness.
All right.
Themselves.
Paranoid. They are irrepressible, so they have a 5% extra chance to not go like they just did, but they did, so... Oops. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Why is she always at the front line? We have to just kill the Shuffling Horror right now, otherwise we lose. Finally learns how to dodge things. Don't lose him yet. Don't lose him yet.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Stay alive. No.
Dust. More ashes. More disappointment.
Fine. Damn it!
This is no place for the weak or
All right.
foolhardy.
Stalwart! All right, Penel. Losing 2 people in this mission. God awful.
Monstrous size has
Unfortunately,
no
we still need to get through the
intrinsic
Cultist
merit,
Priest, I believe.
Unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
We're no longer gonna be shuffled, so as long as she agrees to party heal. Good. Very good. Huge crit. If I can get the stun off here, oh my gosh. Yes! All right, we're gonna lose 2 people, but God, that was so bad. Like, the worst case things kept happening.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I hate how that went. I acknowledged at the front that the worst thing that could happen is that Evelyn gets moved into the second line. And then Evelyn got moved into the second line, the first line. Then Evelyn got moved into the first line again and again and again. And I even mentioned that as long as Evelyn's in the first line and Penel is directly behind her, as long as Penel goes first, it's fine. And then she went ahead of Penel again and again. That was so BS. Like, what healer am I going to take into that dungeon? An occultist? Yeah, miss a roll on a heal and there goes the character.
But it is enough to trigger the cycle of revelation. Now, like me, you will begin to see things as they truly are.
So Godard and Terrell both died. Godard bled out. Terrell died to the shuffling horror directly. All we need to do is get through the DD missions, and then the negatives, that is to say, the death counter and stuff like that, those disappear. I'm so displeased with how that went, but at the very least, it's done. Also, we did get the Ancestor's Pen, which is pretty good. The next jaunt into there, it's going to be a lot worse. I know that neither Penel nor Evelyn can go into that mission because they've already been into the Darkest Dungeon. You can also see that despite the fact that we only lost 2 members, we've 4 more spaces in our stagecoach now. And that's because since these have been through the Darkest Dungeon, they have the Never Again buff, which means they never again want to go to the Darkest Dungeon and they no longer count towards your total. Villain. I mean, Phenegatophobia is really bad, but I'd probably lock in Hard-Skinned and lock out Phenegatophobia at the same time. That gives me a healer for the mid-tier parties that I wanted to be running. All right.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Quick draw on a Plague Doctor is pretty good, so I'll just actually take you.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
Early Riser Quick Draw on a Jester. That's probably overkill. Either Early Riser or Quick Draw. Like, Early Riser gets them to act first most of the time. That said, I guess I still take them, right? Because I need low-level stress healers as well.
You will be laughing still at the end.
For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. That has been the first of the Darkest Dungeon missions. It really wouldn't have been that bad if it wasn't for the Vestal constantly getting swapped into the first position. It really wouldn't have been, because the Vestal would have, on all turns, group healed. And you could see that the group healing was the thing that was really letting us down. We got completely screwed by RNG there. Thankfully, we lived. It's also worth noting that I definitely made mistakes in that fight. I got tilted, basically. As soon as the RNG went so far against me, I got tilted and I started making mistakes. There were a couple of people I could have healed with bandages earlier. There were a couple of people I could have been giving the holy water to earlier. And that's entirely on me. But what happened before that isn't. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.